Hey everybody, I'm Griffin here, and welcome back to Subterrain. We are clearing shit out. Our goal here is to try and reach a global infection rate that is under 10%. I do not know if it is possible. I just know that we will try. Like, that's all I got. This is another 10 floor, so it should take us all episode to clear out. That is what I expect anyway. Doesn't necessarily mean it's true. Could also start my way from the bottom up, I realize, but... We have, of course, already cleared out Leo in the recent past. So I'm not terribly worried about how difficult this is going to be. I just know that the first floor always takes the longest. Or it feels like it does, because it's so convoluted. And I'm never 100% sure if we've covered everything. Because what, we got these all the way down to 1% basically when we finished. And I can only presume that that 1% is caused by the fact that stuff is probably spawned on an older floor. Alright, so that's clear. I'm lucky that that miss paid off. Alright, recover some of that stamina. Tired of hearing you heavily breathe. The only problem is that goes forward in time, which means this stuff can wander. We don't actually have a reasonable way to measure that either. How much time it takes to charge things and how much it costs us to do so because things move. Alright, ready to go. Still keeping an eye out in case something doubled back to get around me, which is both possible and plausible. Alright, so 3.5 minutes into the episode and we've already cleared that, so perhaps it's not always the longest floor, because we had travel time in there. So 3:40 is our start time-ish. This way. And clear. Clear the dead ends first. Take a lot of data on clearing these floors, and I'm considering it just as a curiosity thing. You could really write down a lot. I mean, really it should be in-game time that we use to measure, come to think of it. Because in-game time is what really matters. For whatever reason, my brain decided to lie to me there. That was a bad shot. I was kind of expecting like a big guy in there. Oops, this is the way to clear. I'm trying not to pull up the big map because that takes more time. Part of me really wants to throw Mars Mari on my bar just to have it constantly running and see how it affects some of the runtime here in terms of speed, but I don't think we'd be able to collect enough data points. I don't have enough Mars Mari. As I said, and since I'm not 100% confident of its range, like because I could have checked that back room to see if there were any enemies in there just by running up against the other wall, but like, what if it's jammed at a corner? And I did not even come close to checking the time there. This is going to be a naturally slow room layout because I have to be a little bit more paranoid. I shot at the body on the ground. We want to clear up. Check. Being confident with how many shots it takes to kill these guys also makes things go faster. Really, there's nothing in the main room. An exercise room, no less. I don't know if I've ever actually killed one of those in one shot, though. Very nice. So being able to sidestep that is pretty fun. Zombies so predictable. We are at just over 9 minutes in. We've cleared 3 floors, so we're averaging 3 minutes of 4, which is pretty good. Got kind of caught there, so I couldn't fully sidestep. It's just the yellows that make that horrifying noise. They're actually holes into the abyss. Window to the darkness of humanity. You were supposed to die in one hit, sir. That was 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That is pretty bitchin'. Remember that 3-minute average that I was talking about also includes load times. This is actually the way to clear. Once again, that room is always empty. There's a secret in there. It's probably trash. Some weird irony about things that humans are trying to create less of is the thing that repels the mutants. Though it is the ingrown dislike of that trash that causes the behavior of mutants. So if we were to cleanse it, it wouldn't go away. Or it wouldn't solve the problem. Something weird like that. It's a way we can repel them, not a way to defeat them. I don't know. I'm sure it's not good, right? Once again, empty. You don't want a whole bunch of just dumpsters hanging out in the middle of everywhere to prevent the mutants from being there. This does not the problem solve. Damn, we were on a one-hit kill. We were on a one-shot, one-kill streak, and you just broke it. You meanie. Alright. Another 2 minute 20-second one. Keeping that average down. Alright, so I rolled in at 1350. Purposely going a little slow there just to make sure everything was going. And that was everything in there. Dang, up was the way to clear. Yep, up's the way to clear. So that we're not doubling back is what I mean. Recover some of that stamina, and then be on our way. What's weird is that that also doesn't qualify as a trash room like the others. Because there definitely were a bunch of enemies in there. We're just going to recover most of it, not all of it. We're still making good time. Oops. Part of the reason why I'm not recovering all my stamina is because at the start of levels, we do have this tendency to stand around shooting at stuff because there's so much. And the running through of places wouldn't actually be beneficial. So we actually spend that time recovering stamina. Shit. Trying to not double back and I accidentally double back. For some reason I thought this was the way. There's another place where that's the case. Or another 4. Where the elevator's to the left there. Instead of the right like this time. It's nice when there's only one enemy in a room. Or no enemies in a room. Gotta go fast. So we're almost at 20 minutes and we cleared 7 floors, so we're under 3 minutes for sure. Question is, can we make it through 7, 8, 9, and 10 without hitting the bad side of tired? Like the truly bad side of tired. And the short answer is I don't know. Oh, well, our stamina is now in the bad spot. So this is where it's probably worth resting, because recovering that stamina is very helpful. Going through 3 floors with short stamina is not particularly ideal. That was like a minute. That was one of the fastest. The durability is reaching low levels. Leave down is the way to clear here. Yes. Yeah, see now that running is not covering ground. We do have a cot there on which I could sleep. There's our durability. Let's do it. I think it's the right call. I think it's the right call. Having that extra stamina means that we can just in general move faster, and while it is going to lower the speed at which we can actually do things, overall I think, like, technically we're spending a lot of in-game time hanging out here, resting, but as I've mentioned in the past, we basically have to do that anyway, so it kind of makes sense for us to just go for it, and I'm actually going to stop at 35. I think I actually hit him with that first shot, even though it looked like I missed. So we've already cleared this very quickly. We also do have a reduced stamina cost, which means that running is now rewarding. Even with resting, we've got a good shot to clear this under 30 minutes. Up is the way to go. Hey, look, it's one of these rooms, has nothing in it. This is, of course, the next way to go. Go that way because it gives us more distance, and also let's make sure we don't get our back beaten up. Beautiful. Empty. Now empty. Hey, I found the place where we stopped carrying. About picking stuff up. I can't use the space bar. Oh, it's because I'm so thirsty, isn't it? Yeah, when stuff's in the red. Yeah, that's interesting. That is not something that is very clear. Anytime anything is in the red. Wow, and it's just a serious need to pee. There has to be a urinal back here. right? There's like something bathroomy on every floor. Well, that's not good. There's no toilet here, so... I don't know what happens if we red out here. And I'd really rather not. I'm sure it causes something bad to happen. Alright, problem solved. Alright. We're fighting our way backwards through this one. I know this is a weird way to do it. But because we had to backtrack, I don't want to waste time running. So we're gonna fight our way through backwards. Pretty sure I didn't see anything behind me, but I'm going to double check. Energy is no longer our concern. Speed and death. First, now that we're out of stamina, it's gonna be harder to do that. No, I want... Shotgun's got speed, it just eats energy. Alright, and that's a clear floor. And it is, wow, it is still 29:20. We are still going to leave. We're going to be on the train by 30 minutes. Presuming load time isn't crap. So, that is clear, clear, clear. Let's bring it back home. We are, in fact, on the train. And the global infection did not change. It stayed at 13%. That's weird. That's really weird. We killed a lot of stuff. I guess we're gonna have to touch on this next episode. Because we were clearing out MPO and Pisces, I want to say it is again. Let's get those started. So I think ultra bandages are set. Ultra nano casting kits set. Decontamination set. All right. The only thing that we might be missing is some Mars Mari. Mars Mari X set. Windroid X, can we even make enough of that? Yes, we can. I'm just gonna have all the drugs. Took a lot of weird stuff for Muscle Max. Alright, so we are like hella golden here. Wow, that was our first energy pack. Jeez. Alright, let's sleep this off. I'm gonna use a decontamination pill when we wake up. Our health isn't going up because of that. Because we are so decontaminated. Or, sorry, decontaminated. Because we are so contaminated. I'm almost expecting this, but let's not worry about it. So the rules for when I leave, at least the rules being imposed by me for what I would call logic's sake, are that A, we're not going to take anything that is contaminated with us. See, I knew it was going to happen. We are going to leave at full health and, while not contaminated, we're going to be stacked with medical supplies and food and water. And we're going to have an extra spacesuit because, dear God, can you imagine if you ran out? But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We just wrecked that whole place. And I'll see you next time. But until then, keep your gears turning.